Yes. In today's session, we're going to discuss about a new chapter. We're going to say about a new chapter from your second PUC textbook, the fifth chapter, A Sunny Morning by Serafin and Joaquin Alvarez Quinter. So, your fifth chapter from your second PUC textbook, A Sunny Morning by Serafin and Joaquin Alvarez Quinter. So, about the author, this is what you exactly find it in your textbook. About the author, those who have the textbook can just go through it, and those who don't have the textbook can find it on the screen. Yes, about the author, Alvarez Quintero were Spanish brothers. So Quintero in a few textbooks in old version and new version, few textbooks it has been written as Q spelled out as Quinter, and in few new textbooks it has been spelled out as Quinter. So either we can pronounce it as Quinter or Quintero. So Alvarez Quintero, they were called as the Spanish brothers. Yes, Serafin was born on 1871 and he died on 1938. And Joaquin, so you pronounce it as Joaquin. He was born on 1873 and died on 1944. Were Spanish brothers. So they belong to the place called as Spain and they were called as the Spanish brothers. And here, these both names are separate names, girls, Serafin and Joaquin. The common name for them is called as Alvarez Quintero, who were being known or called as Spanish brothers. They belong to the Spain. And they were also known as the Golden Boys of Madrid Theatre. They were called or known as the Golden Boys for Madrid Theatre. Madrid is a capital for Spain, capital city for Spain. So in Madrid, you can find a theater which has been called as Madrid Theatre. There, the Spanish brothers who were Serafin and Joaquin are called as the referred as known as the Golden Boys. They were celebrated playwrights of the early 20th century. Together, they wrote about 200 plays which depict the life, manners, and speech of people of Andalusia in southern Spain. So here we're going to see that they were known as or celebrated playwrights during the 20th century, and together they have written 200 plays. So how many plays they have written? They have written 200 plays which talks about the life, the manners, and speech of the people of Andalusia in southern Spain. So, what does this Andalusia mean? We'll just see, girls. See, here we have seen about before that. We were talking about Spanish, okay, which is called as Spain. We'll see about what is that Spain, okay, a few important things about Spain. So, here you can find the picture of Serafin and Joaquin Alvarez Quintero. You can find this picture of Serafin. Joaquin. Yes, so here, as both the authors belong to the Spain and called as the Spanish brothers, we know few things. We will just know about few things about the Spain. Spain is a country on Europe, Iberian Peninsula. It includes 17 autonomous regions with diverse geography and cultures. So here we see that Spain is a country on Europe's Iberian Peninsula, and it includes 17 autonomous regions. So how many autonomous regions does Spain contains? It includes 17, and it is also called as a country. It is a capital city is called as Madrid. So the capital for Spain is Madrid. Is a home to the Royal Palace and Prado Museum, housing works by European masters. So the Madrid is a home. It is a hometown for Royal Palace. We can find in Madrid the Royal Palaces and also the Prado Museum and the housing works by European masters. So the capital city, so the highlighted points here, the capital for Spain is Madrid, and the area you can find there, and who was the king, and the population also you can find here. What is the population into? Yes, the population in 2019, it is 4.69 crores, and the important points of interest, which are also called as a tourist spots or tourist places in Spain, you can find the La Sagrada Familia, Parkville, and Alhambra and Ibiza. So these are the points of interest. So this is extra information which you need to know about the Spain. When we're talking about a particular region, place where the others they belong to, we need to know something about that exact place. Very few little things. So here we find that Spain is a country on a European Iberian Peninsula, and it includes 17 autonomous regions. And the capital for the Spain is Madrid. So that is about the Spain. So you can find the symbol here. Yes. So Spanish brothers, we have seen about Spain, and next point is about the Spanish brothers who are called as Serafin and Joaquin. They have written 200 plays. So how many plays? 200 plays, which talks about the Andalusia in southern Spain. So this, what is this Andalusia? We find it. Andalusia. So Andalusia is the most southern area of Europe. So why I'm talking here about Andalusia? The reason is that because both the Spanish brothers, they have written 200 plays about a place or a region and a community which is being called as Andalusia. Where it is? It is in the Spain. So Andalusia is the most southern area of Europe. It has a wonderful climate with plentiful sun all year round. So it has, Andalusia is famous for its climate. Throughout the year, you can find a plentiful sun all the year round. So here you can find the picture of Andalusia climate. So Andalusia is a region or a place and which is also being called as community. So based upon this community, about their life, about their manners, and about the characteristics and many other things, the authors who are called as the Spanish brothers and also the golden boys of that Madrid theater, they have written 200 plays which have been enacted in Madrid theater about, especially about the community which who called as Andalusia. So here you can find the climate of Andalusia on the screen. So throughout the year we have a plentiful of sun. Yes. So the average temperature here you can find, and during the spring the weather is in general warm with a more prominent breeze in the air. So during that springtime the weather is in a very general warm. So what language is spoken in Andalusia? It is Spanish. So what is the language which is spoken in Andalusia? It is Spanish. The Andalusian dialects of Spanish Andalusian are spoken in Andalusia, Ceuta, Melilla, and Gibraltar. So these are the other places where they have spoken as Andalusian. So the Andalusian dialects is also called as a Spanish. So what is Andalusia, girls? Andalusia is a place or a region and a community. So it is the most southern area of Europe. So what is Andalusia famous for? Throughout the year, you can find a very wonderful climate with a plentiful sun all year round. Yes. And one more important thing about Andalusia. What does this Andalusia mean? It's the name of a region in Spain. So what is Andalusia? It is a name. The meaning for this Andalusia, the name of a region in the Spain. In the Spain, you can find a region which is being called as Andalusia, where the name is originally written Andalusia. So you can find the spelling, a small difference here in the spelling, Andalusia. This is what you have, they have given in the textbook, but the original spelled out, okay, which has been written, it is Andalucia. So this is the original spelling of Andalusia. So the word Andalusia means to walk easy. It is derived from the Spanish words andi meaning to walk and lucia meaning easy. So what is the meaning of Andalusia? It means that to walk easy. So andi meaning to walk and lucia meaning easy. So is Madrid in Andalusia? Yes, Madrid is a capital city of Spain, located in the center of the country. Although some distance from the region of Andalusia, they include some information as many travelers to Andalusia use Madrid as a gateway to Spain is. And the other cities and towns in Andalusia, what do you find? It is Sevilla, and Sevilla lies on the banks of Guadalquivir and is one of the largest historical centers in Europe, famous for La Grijalda, the cathedral, and the Alcazar Palace. And other cities and towns in Andalusia, what we found? Malaga, Cadiz, Cordoba, Granada, Hulva, Jain, and Jerez. So these are the other important cities and towns in Andalusia. So what does Andalusia mean? It is a name or a region in the Spain, and it is also about a community of people in the Spain. So this is Andalusia climate, what you find here. So Andalusia, here you can find the meaning for another important meaning for Andalusia, an autonomous community. So it is an independent or autonomous community of Spain, or a self-governing or an independent community. So it is also a region and also a community. So Spanish brothers, they have enacted 200 plays in this Madrid theater, and all this 200 plays which depicts, okay, they have spoken or they have shown about the life, the manners, and the speech of the people of Andalusia in southern Spain. So hope you're clear with what does this Andalusia mean. Yes, coming to the next point. Their popular comedies, many of which have been translated into other languages, contributed to the revival of Spanish theatre. So the other, among the 200 plays, the other popular comedies, or a very important, very popular comedies, they have also been translated into many other languages, which contributed to the revival of the Spanish theatre. So here you can find the meaning for revival. Revival, revival, an improvement in the condition of someone or something, or an instance of someone becoming popular or active. An improvement in the condition of someone or something, or an instance of someone becoming popular or active. As girls, once again, I'm telling girls, so though you take a screenshots, the meanings, write it in also in your textbook, because when the once the offline classes start, nowhere your mobiles will be, your gadgets will be allowed into the classes, so nowhere your screenshots will be useful. So though you take for the present, for time being, you take the screenshots, later you just write the meanings in your textbook, the important points in your textbook. Yes, so the meaning for revival: an improvement in the condition of someone or something, or an instance of someone becoming popular or active. So here we see that the many other comedies were also being translated into many other languages. It has been contributed to the revival of Spanish. For example, like we think like Madrid theater was not famous before. Later, after the 200 plays were being enacted by both the brothers, we find that the theatre would have become very popular or very famous. And the other popular plays among the 200, here we find The Flowers, The Merry Heart, 100 Years Ago, The Galley Slave, and Apple of My Eye. The extra information about the author, what you have found here is in the textbook, and the apart from your textbook, the extra information here we see about the author, Alvarez Quintero brothers, who were called as the Spanish brothers, who collaborated in almost 200 dramas depicting the life, manners, and speech of Andalusia. So what is the dialogue they speak in Andalusia? It is also a Spanish. So the Spanish brothers together, they have written 200 dramas which talks or which tells about the manners, the life, and speech of Andalusia. Next, coming to the second point, Alvarez Quintero brothers produced work that was among the most popular in Spain during the early 20th century and greatly added to the revival of the Spanish theatre. So, during the 20th century, both the brothers played a very vital role, or a very important role, especially in that Madrid theatre. The dramas are remarkable for a vivacious and skilled presentation. This point is very important. Their dramas, their year represents to the Spanish brothers, who are called as Alvarez Quintero. So their dramas are known for a vivacious and skilled presentation. So here you can find the meaning for vivacious, Vivacious, attractively, lively, and animated. Vivacious, attractively, lively, and animated. Attractively, lively, and animated. Yes. So here we find that the dramas which have been the Spanish brothers, here we find that they are the remarkable for vivacious skills presentation. So nowhere we find that it is something like animated or something, that it we find that it is very natural, in a very good way, or in a very skilled presented. They have than here in the Madrid theater. So among the brothers, better known plays are the Galley Slaves, The Love That Passes, and Malva Loca, a serious drama that received the prize for the Spanish Royal Academy. So among the brothers, the better known plays which we have already discussed. So the Galley Slaves, The Love That Passes, the Malva Loca, and for this they have received the prize of the Spanish Royal Academy. And the next point, several of the plays were translated into English by Helen and Harley Grenville Bracker. So the other important or popular plays, the dramas, were being translated into English by Helen and also Harley Grenville Bracker. So here we have seen about Spain. You can find the emblem and symbol about the Andalusia. Yes, girls, we are running shortage of time. We'll just finally conclude with what does the title indicate. So always for a chapter, what is important? The title is very important. Once you know about the title, you'll come to know that what is the story is about, or what is the chapter is about, or what this drama is about. So what does the title indicate? A Sunday morning. I wanted you to answer. Yes, girls, let me unmute you and you can answer, please. Yes. So what does the title indicate? So good on your answers. Many have come up with good answers, girls. So here we find that a Sunday morning. So a is an article. So we have already discussed about that. A is an article. So Sunny, we have seen about the Andalusia. So 200 plays which have been enacted in the Madrid theater and which were being written by the Spanish brothers. It is all about the Andalusia, and Andalusia is famous for its climate. Okay, a wonderful climate where we find throughout the year a plentiful of sun. So a sunny morning. So this story takes place during the morning time in the Madrid, at the corner at the park. A sunny morning. It also symbolically mean a sunny morning, youth or young. So youth or young, in this chapter we're going to come across two important characters. The male protagonist by name called as Don Gonzalo, and the female protagonist by name called as Donna Laura or Laura. We can pronounce it as Laura or Laura. So a sunny morning, youth or young. So though the both the characters, the male and female protagonists, though they were in their old age, at their 70s, their thoughts and the behavior, it seems to like to be very young. So that is what it symbolically means, a sunny morning, and weather seems to be very pleasant and fresh. So a sunny morning, here this drama takes place at the retired corner. So in your textbook you can find it, a sunny morning in the retired corner of a park in Madrid. In the Madrid you can find it, of a park there we can find. So that morning we can find the weather seems to be very pleasant and fresh, and also it is about the young minds. Yes girls, I think we're running less than 1 minute. We'll continue in next session.